How everybody doing? Getting this paperwork going. Y'all know what we get into. We're gonna be the best trailer inspectors, DOT inspectors. Also, best way to do your pre-trip. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna show y'all how to make it happen. Go ahead and get my paperwork started. All right, so first things first, guys. So we're gonna treat this here like if it was a, you know what I'm saying, what do you call it? I'm lost for words right now, guys. Give me a second, hold on. A pre-trip. We're gonna pretend this is a pre-trip because the same information on the pre-trip applies for an inspection. It's basically the same thing, same concept. You know, it's the same thing. So the first thing that we're gonna do, of course, we're gonna go around these tires and we're gonna inspect them, visually inspect them to see if we have any cuts, anything like that. Also wanna check your inside tires to see if we have anything using ink, something like that. Neon base. Neon base, what up, gang? So y'all see the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to check our tire pressure. And again, also, if you guys see all these indicators on here, we also want to check those and see if they have moved in any way, because that shows us that the lug nuts are loose. So we're gonna check our tire pressure. 80 PSI. And hopefully we got these things clocked right, which we do. And we got 90 PSI. Curtis, how you been doing? How you doing today? We got 90. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pop our caps off. Like I said, man, a lot of times you can do this on your pre-trip just to check everything, man. You'd rather be safe than sorry. You just pop the cap off and you wanna look inside and make sure you got fluid in there. And y'all see, we do have fluid in there. When the cap is like this, it's kind of hard to go and look at the sight glass and look. So you want to pop this little rubber off and you can look inside. And we want to do a visual around our actual hub itself to make sure we don't have any leaks, which is very important. And the next thing, guys, we're also going to check our tire tread depth. So remember, we got to check it in 3 spots to get a correct reading. And you want to go with the lowest reading. So we got 12 and 32 seconds. Let's go ahead and look at the inner. Good, I wanted to see, you went to see the dentist today? How everything go? Hope everything went well for you. You know, it's always, they always got something to say that you haven't done or you need to do. I look as the dentist and like going to the doctor is like going to get your oil changed. They want to sell you an upcharge or something. We don't know if these things is facts or what. Everything went good at your dentist. Let's see. Might have to be changing the tire over here. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. All right. Curtis said he went to the dentist. Hope everything went well. Next thing also, guys, on our inspection, we want to check these winches. Definitely want to make sure our winches are nicely oiled up and movable. It's very important. Very important to check those winches. We're probably gonna roll them all out and put some type of lubrication on there to get them to move a little smoother. All right, then the next thing we're gonna do the same thing. We're on the second axle now. Let y'all see on the second axle, and we can start with checking the tread depth on the tires. So far we got a 10. We got a 10. That's what we're going with. Always go with the lowest. And it's the left side, second axle. So we said outside is a 10. And we're gonna go with our inner. Let's check our inner. Remember I said we want to check them in 3 different spots. We have a 12. We have a 12. And we have a 12. So we're going with a 12. All right. So next thing, of course, we are here down on the tire. Like I said before, we're gonna go around it and see if we have any cuts or anything, any slashes, checking to see if the cap is coming apart or anything like that. Y'all can see this is a recap. You see how the cap is put on there, so you wanna check for any type of breakage. Do the same thing on the inside. We're looking good. Yep, we're looking good over there. So, I'm gonna give me a towel. We're gonna take that, excuse me guys, we're gonna take the hub cover off, check our fluid. Then we also gonna check our tire pressure. So give me a second, let me get a rag so we can keep our hands somewhat clean tonight. And we're gonna check the hub oil. I'm also seeing too, guys, we might have a situation going on right here. You see all that old debris? You see that? We might just go ahead and put us a new gasket on there. Because if it was going across DOT scale and they see that, they would say that you have a leak. So, something for you guys to be aware of right there. Curtis, they want to pull my top teeth out at one time and put partial teeth at the bottom of my mouth. Oh man, no good. They always trying to do something. It's almost like I said, man, it's like going to go get an oil change. They trying to sell you an air filter or something. Every time you go somewhere, man, they want you to do something. Gotta do something, man. And then at the same time, we don't know if it's facts or not. They just say we need to do it. And we actually, we believe them and we go ahead and do it. Let me go get a rag. All right. Let's wipe this thing off. It says, but I got a way to see if my insurance is going to cover it. Yeah, see, that's another thing. That's another thing. I'm pretty sure your insurance is going to cover it because doctors are smart. They almost do like when you go to the doctor, they already done ran your insurance already, and they pretty much know already what your insurance is going to cover or not. That's why they ask and say you need certain things. They already know the answer to that. That's why it takes so long, which I believe when they let you go and they say, oh, yeah, we're going to release you. Let me go get your paperwork. Let me go get this. Or they're going to do a checkup, and then if somebody else come in, it takes so long. They already running your insurance already to see what your insurance covers and all that good stuff, man. It's crazy. They already know already, gang. So you see that right there? We have our hub oil is full. Our sight glass is cleaned off. And what I'm going to do is I'm kind of curious about all this going on here, man. That's why I hate, we talk about this time and time and time and over again, how mechanics work on certain things and they do not clean up. They do not clean the hub up. They don't clean none of this stuff up. So when the next mechanic comes along and takes a look at it, do a visual inspection, my first mind is that we have a leak. So, you know what I'm saying? Every mechanic does not do what I do, guys. And I'm trying to show you guys a certain way so you can also, think like me. You know what I'm saying? It'll take you a long way. I did a lot of research and got a lot of knowledge to have me thinking the way that I do. But anybody in their right mind, if they was looking at this, they would say, oh, there's a leak. There's been a leak. You know what I'm saying? You guys agree with that? See how dirty that is? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go get some parts cleaner, and we're gonna clean that up. And then we're gonna see from there if we see any oil or something seeping around the hub. You know what I'm saying? To get it right. Because I'm not gonna sign my name off on this inspection and have that issue, because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, DOT inspectors, they do visual inspections. So if it visually looks like it's leaking, guess what? They're going to write you down and say it's leaking. They're going to shut you down. You know what I'm saying? So doing visual inspections is very, 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 very important. Doesn't take a lot of time, doesn't take a lot of knowledge. You know oil goes in there, you see some oil around it, guess what, guys? It can be leaking. So let me go get something to clean this up with. I'll be right back. Appreciate everybody tapping in on the live. I'll be right back with some parts cleaner. Guys, I'm also going to talk to you guys about something that else goes on, especially in the shop. Uh, you got mechanics that, they go get things, which is like parts cleaner. They go get engine degreaser, WD-40. They go get all these things, and they just keep them on their boxes like they're the ones who bought the stuff when actually the company bought it. So then you walking around looking for stuff to clean. And guess what, guys? You can't find anything because the mechanics think it's theirs and they have it like they own it. If you work in the shop, if you're done with something, put it back so the next person can use it. It's not that hard. So we're gonna clean this thing up really good. This was not, I bet you a hub or something was changed on this. So I'm gonna make sure that's clean. Yep. You guys see that? So now we're gonna pretty much just wipe it off. Let's wipe it off. Off around it. Let's see. I'm even cleaning up the debris mess because that's the next thing somebody will see. All right. Well, see, now that looks a lot better, right? So we're gonna let that pretty much dry up some, and we're gonna inspect it and look at it. A lot of times, guys, oil leakage and stuff like that also comes from overfilling the hub when you're filling it up. So be careful that you only put what it needs. Don't overfill anything. You definitely don't want to, especially overfill your hub, because it is going to leak out. Almost like overfilling your radiator. If you overfill your radiator, it has a overfill, like a hose that runs to the ground. And when there's too much radiator fluid in there, which we want to keep topping it off, guess what happens to that? It goes down and falls on the floor because it already has the exceeded amount that it needs. So it's going to leak out. It's a little free game for you guys. Yeah, so we're going to let that pretty much dry up and look at that and check it. And while we're doing that, we can also check our tire pressure, which is very important, guys. Tire pressure is like it's very important. That's all I can say. Very, very important. Tire pressure is so important, almost like as important it is. Make sure you do the right things in your life. Definitely got to do that, guys. Got to do the right things. If not, somebody's going to be accountable. So there we go right there. We got 80 PSI. So we are on axle number 2. Right, axle 2, left, right here. So we said 80. And we're gonna check our inner. See what we got on the inner. Let's see, on the inner we got the 80. We're definitely gonna need to come and add some air to that, to both of those. So next, we're gonna check our tread depth on the tires, which we have a 10, which we have a 10. Now you guys already know also when I do these inspections, if you ever was to pay attention and you walk either side of your trailer or tractor, If you know where you're looking at, you can pretty much see your brakes from walking by. So if you're walking on the left side of the tractor or trailer, you can look at the brakes on the right side of the trailer. If you're looking at the left side, I mean the right side, if you're on the right side, you can look at the left side. So when I'm walking around the trailer, I already see when I'm gonna need brakes. I always go by and look at the brake chambers as I'm doing the visual inspection, and also the airbags as I'm walking by. So I already did my visual on the brakes and the airbags, and we're good. So when we go underneath, all we have to do is check our brake lining, which see what numbers that we are to make sure that they are not worn down. We also need to check the shocks. I can pretty much see them when you walk by, but you want to go underneath and really get a good visual of that. And you want to check your brake chambers. You want to tap them to make sure that the springs are not broken inside the brake chambers, which is very important. You also want to check and see if you have any leaks on your peacock. And the peacock is the drain that goes underneath your air tanks. So all those things you can pretty much see on the visual. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys already know is that when I do my inspections, I like to do the work that needs to be done first before I do my actual inspection, because to me it's like doing double work. I'd rather go ahead and knock out all the stuff that's messed up or broken and fix that, and then go ahead and fall through my inspection. To me, it just makes more sense. Okay, guys, so right now we're gonna check our inside tire. We are at 12. We are at 12. All right, so we're at 12 and 32 seconds. Also, guys, man, so what I'm telling you, I be trying to try to tell you guys this little information about these tractors or trailers. The more people know about how to safely inspect things, the more safely these 18 wheelers be on the road, and that we wouldn't have to, worry about riding next to one, a tire coming off, you know what I'm saying, anything like that. So one of the reasons why a tire will come off would be lack of oil in the hub. If the bearing comes loose in the hub, that can make this whole tires come off, guys. So as we doing our visual inspections, number one, we look for oil. Number two, we also look for leaks inside our hub and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And also, you could take that hub, this cover off, and make sure our clip is inside there. It's just very important, man. It's little small things you can do. And like I said, you guys can do this also on your pre-trip. And man, I guarantee you that you will save, time being broke down. You will save time, you know what I'm saying, having accidents. You will save time on certain things that's happening with your vehicle, because you would have done a form of preventive maintenance on your vehicle. And the same stuff I'm telling you now that you can apply on the 18 wheeler, you can pretty much do the same thing on your personal vehicle, and it will cut down some of the costs on some of the stuff that you got to do with your daily drivers. If you guys just do what I'm saying, look at your tires, check your air pressure, you know what I'm saying? So the same thing can apply with your daily vehicles, okay? You don't have to, inspect your brakes. I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret that you can do on your daily vehicles. You can do a visual inspection on your rims. If your rims have a whole lot of brake dust on them, you need your brakes changed. Also, if you pop the hood and look at your brake fluid level, brake fluid does not leave. It like stays in the system unless you have a leak. So if you ever open your hood up and you see that your brake fluid level is low, guess what, guys? You need brakes. You can save yourself. So if you know when you need brakes and you're doing a visual and stuff like that, so what you can save yourself, some calipers. You can save yourself, some rotors, or getting your rotors turned. If you getting the right intervals, changing your brakes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, but all that falls into preventive maintenance, visual inspections. So what I do is on my personal vehicles, Every time I fill up or every other fill up, I check my tire pressure. And sometimes in between that time, I just walk around the vehicle, and that's really important. Get your vehicle on the flat surface and walk around. And if the tire looks a little low, you might want to check your tire pressure and fill it up, because you can save yourself some tires. You can save yourself from your sidewall wearing down, and instead of them fixing your leak, they go in your tire, take your tire off the rim, and they see half of the sidewall inside your tire. You're going to need a tire, guys. So, but if you did, make sure all your tires is aired up, you'll be all good. And another thing, do not overinflate your tires. If you overinflate your tires, you will have a weird wear on the tire. You don't want that. You do not want that at all. And if your vehicle does sit for a while, what I do is I jack the vehicle up off the ground and put jack stands on it to avoid flat spots in the tires. So I just gave y'all some free game right now on preventive maintenance. So we're gonna go ahead and move around. Let's go round. Y'all know how we do. We go round and round and round like James Brown. So same situation. What we doing? First thing, we are checking our indicators. We have all those on there. All those are facing in the right way, right direction. Good deal, right? So the second thing we're gonna do, like I always say, we're gonna go ahead and go around the tires. And we're going to inspect the tires to see if we have any gashes. You can look for screws. You know what I'm saying? Just a little visual, guys. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? Same thing when you learned in school. They taught you eyes, nose, and ears. Well, they were showing you basically how to do an inspection. Because when you're doing an inspection, you need eyes, nose, and ears. You know what I'm saying? You need your eyes for looking. You need your nose for smelling. And you need your ears for listening for air leaks. So everything plays a part, man. You just got to pay attention and try to be a master of your abilities. So you guys see that? Yep, you guys see that? So we are full in there. We are definitely good. And you also see around our hub on this one, we do not have any debris on here, which will indicate that we have a leak, and we do not see none of that. So since we're already here, next thing we can do is, of course, that we can check our tire pressure. So got my tire pressure here. And y'all also know that I have my brake reader on my air reader. I'll do that so I don't lose it. You know what I'm saying? It's real, it's in sight. So y'all see there we have 80 pounds of air pressure on the outer, and we are on the second axle. Outer we have 80 PSI. Let's check our inner, see what we got. The good thing is, guys, we don't have to clock no tires, because people paid attention and putting the valve stem in the right place so you can read the tire pressure. 80. Sounds like somebody's coming up to the door. Give me 1 second, guys. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check our tire depth on the tires and see what we're looking at. Let's see. We're gonna check our outer tire first, and we have a 13. So if you check your tread depth on your personal vehicle, that will show you when you need to rotate your tires, which rotating your tires is very important, guys. How many of you guys in the comments rotate your tires? Drop something in the comments and let me know how many of you guys rotate your tires. So we have 12 on the inside. So guys, I'm gonna tell you guys something very important. If you rotate your tires, what you will end up doing is getting the longest lifespan of your tires that you can possibly get. The reason why is because you're rotating them. If you have a front wheel drive vehicle, guess what? Your front tires are going to wear down more quickly than the rear tires. So what you would do with that is you would take your rear tires, and I like to crisscross them in the X, so you would go from the right rear to the left front. You know what I'm saying? Left rear to the right front. Crisscross them so you can get evenly wear on your tires. And it goes for the same thing when you have a rear-wheel drive vehicle. The only problem you will have, like me, I have an all-wheel drive vehicle, and what that is that all the tires are going to have the number where there's nothing that you can do because it's all-wheel drive, especially if it's all-wheel drive all the time. You're going to have the same wear on all the tires evenly, so you can't pretty much get away with doing an all-wheel drive vehicle. You're still going to have to change all your tires at the same time. So that's one of the things that sucks. Sometimes one little thing will happen in an all-wheel drive vehicle. And all the tires, I'm not sure if you guys know, is that when you have an all-wheel drive vehicle, your tires have to be the same size, which sucks. Have to be the same size. So if you ever was to go to a tire shop and they say like, oh, we don't have a 285, 75, 18, we have a 295, well, guess what? You can't do it. And sometimes these tire shops will try to sell it to you, and that's why you will have some problems with your vehicle because you have the wrong tires on an all-wheel drive vehicle. So we got 15 on the front, and then we have front inner, and we have 12 on the outer. So next we can do, see, by me looking at this, so this is a new cap that was visually, that I'm looking at, that was put on. You guys see how new that is? So we're gonna pop this off. Okay. Our level was full. Okay. We have all our indicators facing the same way. You guys can see that, right? So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna check our tire pressure, which is our inside tire. We should be able to check it here if the tire was clocked right. And let's see if I'm right. Yes, I am. So we have 80 PSI. 80 PSI. And then our, let you guys see, our outside tire. See what I be telling you guys about clocking the tire correctly? That's what it's pronounced when you clock the tire. So what happens is, on clocking your tire, this is the valve stems for the outer. So the inner is down there, and y'all see on the whole rest of the rim, there's no other holes on the rim. So that's why these two need to be diagonal across from each other, so you can check the inside and you can check the outside of the tire. A lot of times, I will be doing an inspection on a trailer and somebody wasn't paying attention, and you can't even check the tire pressure in the inside, which can end up being a problem, a real big problem, because you won't be able to check anything. You will not be able to check anything. So we also now, we're gonna do our outer tire inspection, right? We don't see anything there. We do not see anything there. So our next thing we have to do, guys, I'm going to go get a creeper, and I'm gonna take you guys underneath the trailer, and we're going to finish the rest of our inspection. Hi, Fluffa Diva TV. Greetings, hosts and chat. Hey, man, if you guys haven't went over and check out Fluffy Diva TV, man, go over there and check her channel out. She is from the UK. I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing okay. I cannot complain. I'm showing the chat how to do a visual and inspection, and you can use the same thing on your vehicle to help you save on your tires, to help you save on maintenance, because we will be checking for preventive maintenance. So I'm sharing that with the guys today, everybody that's in the chat, because that's basically what I'm doing right now. And like I said, guys, before, the same thing that I do on these tractors and trailers, you can use the same concept on your vehicles. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, just different concept, different ways of checking stuff. And so give me a second. Let me go get a creeper and a flashlight, and I'm going to take you guys underneath. And we're going to go underneath, and we're going to finish our inspection, and we're going to get it going. Because we got somebody legendary in the building, man. Make sure if y'all go check out Fluffy Diva TV, man. Go give her some love on her channel. We're going to get a flashlight. All right, guys, I got what we need. I just need to get my 1, 2 here. And of course, an ink pen and my clipboard. And I gotta get on this thing right here to go on the floor. So give me a second. Give me 1 second. Let me get on this what I call my Cadillac. Let's get on the Cadillac. Gotta get positioned. Okay. You guys see me? I'm on the floor. Okay. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. So, let's get this flashlight on. Fluffy said, nice to see you. I appreciate it. Okay, so we got the flashlight, guys. Show you a couple things that we gotta check. Okay. So you see for number one, those are our shocks right there. Our shocks are good. You see our leveling valve in the back is all connected and intact. And we have our slack adjusters. So I'm going to show you guys how to inspect the brakes. So I can put my flashlight there. Okay. So remember I told you guys I keep this tool right here on my air chuck. So this tool right here, it tells you your depth on your brakes. So of course you want to use the side that has all the ridges right here, right? So you put it inside there like that, and you pull it out, and you get a reading. So we have 26 and 32 seconds on our left rear. Left rear is 22. Also, guys, let me move the flashlight over here so I can show you guys this. This is something that's very, very important, guys. You see those bushings right there? So those are your I-beam bushings, your axle bushings. Almost like the same thing as having a leaf spring, but it's for a tractor trailer. And what happens is, if those are worn out, this thing would move right here. So every time the trailer slams on the brakes or goes forward, this axle would be moving, and you will see the axle like what they call a dog walking down the highway, which means the back of the trailer would be in another lane and the front of the trailer would be in another lane. So also we want to check those bolts right there to make sure we have all up there. Want to make sure none of those bolts are moved, right? So then next, we go to the right side. Let's go to the right side. We will go to the right side, guys, and let you guys see. You do the same thing also. And then, so I want to show you something that I didn't show you on the other one that I had already looked already. So if you look inside there, and you see where my hand is in there? So my hand in there, which I'm pointing to, which is the hub that's in there. So same thing was having a hub bearing leakage on your vehicle. If you see any oil in there, that means that you need to change a new hub gasket. So while I'm here, we will go ahead and read the depth on our brakes. Take our little fancy tool right here, and you want to stick it inside there and get a reading, right? So what we have there, we have a 24 and 32 seconds. So we put 24 on our right side. I'm gonna show you guys this too. So here's my DOT form inspection, which I'm going off of. And if you don't have one of these, you can actually look online to get one. And what you can do is you can use that to do your inspections or your pre-trip. So if you do it more than like 5 or 6 times, you'll pretty much have it in your head, you know, what you're checking, why you're checking it, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So it will actually work in your favor to get something like that, you know. And we also are checking our shocks. Those are our shocks. And also I said before that we need to check our bushings in there. So our bushings are good. Let's get the flashlight. Our bushings are good in there. They look like they was fairly replaced. I also want to check those nuts right there to make sure that they all. So what I'm looking for, if I see any shiny marks. So if you see anything shiny, you know something's loose and it's been rubbing against something. We got Kenwood 709 in the building. Make sure y'all go check out my brother Kenwood 709, man. He does always on the road get to that chili. You know, he gets to that bag on the road, guys. And if y'all know y'all be on my channel, man, we call that moolah over here, we call it chili. So if he get into that chili, man, he's on the road. He probably somewhere resting right now on the road, getting ready to get to it. Fluffy D TV. Yeah, so you guys see those are the air tanks. So we have, this is the secondary air tank. Looks like they was fairly replaced, and that is the primary. So we also want to take a look at those peacocks right there, because that is one thing drivers do not do. They do not drain their tanks. We're going to ask Kenwood 709. Kenwood 709, how often do you drain your tanks on your truck? Gonna give him a minute to see if he's gonna answer. So you see that brake release valve right there? So guys, it's very important when you get done driving your truck to drain your tanks. Because what happens is, if the temperature changes, it drops, it gets cold outside, or you're in the area where my homegirl Fluffy D's at, where Fluffy D with TV, where it's nice and cold in the UK right now. And she said today, I believe she said it's going to be like minus something. Guess what that water is going to do that's inside your tanks, guys? It's going to freeze. Guess what's going to happen next? Your air is only going to fill up as much as it is in there where it's frozen at. So you do not want that. You do not want your airlines frozen due to moisture or water inside your tanks. So you guys be aware of that. So we're going to move up. See all our airlines up there that runs to the tanks, and then it runs from here over to your brakes. All right. So also, see our airbags right there? We're going to inspect our airbags, and what we're looking for is for anything that's dry rotted, which is good right there. And you also want to look there. We don't see any stuff going on there. So y'all see right here, we have our brake chamber. You want to give them a little, not with my ring though, we want to give them a little hit to make sure that the spring is not damaged. And also, I'm going to show you guys a no-no situation. You guys see that cap is off right there, right? You see that cap is off right there? And you see there, we have a rubber cap on here, right? What happens is that people will cage, or mechanics will cage this brake and forget to put the rubber boot back in there. Drop in the comments and let me know what happened. It is very cold. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Fluffy Diva TV. I am so sorry. Hey, but guys, check it out. Fluffy Diva TV is going to be one of the first people that's going to be rocking some Fly ROY merch in the UK, man. We're going to turn her up. We're going to get her a jogging suit or something, man. Hopefully I can get it to her, while it's still cold, so she can have a jogging suit to wear, in the UK. So we're gonna see if we can make that happen. So you see right here, we're gonna need to put a grommet in there. And y'all see that little round thing in the inside right there? That's where you cage the brakes at. So make sure everybody drop in the comments, man, tell Fluffy Diva TV to stay warm today. Stay warm today. Yeah, we don't have that weather yet. So we're still in the 50s. We have been getting a lot of rain, but no snow yet. I can't wait to get some snow, because I definitely have snow vlogs, guys. I got a plow truck, and I have a plow business. So I will be outside plowing in the snow, and we're going to be making vlogs on how I save people, how we get people out of being stuck, because I do lockouts. I also do jump-offs, and we're going to be vlogging those things and bring you guys to the channel and let y'all check that out. So we got a 24. That's one thing I can say about my channel, guys. I have something going around year round, which is very hard for YouTubers, people that vlog, especially if you like doing car content and stuff like that. It's like seasonal. So, but my stuff goes around all the year round. You know, I got my plow service. I detail cars in the summer. I do car shows year round. I do a whole bunch of stuff, guys. I get booked to I fix people furnaces sometimes. I'm pretty much like a MacGyver. Anything you need done, I pretty much can do it. And that's what I do, guys. And I also bring a lot of it to the channel so you guys can check it out. So we got 22. Okay. So now I am on the left side. And I'm going to see if I can spin. It's the one thing that sucks, especially about being underneath these trailers, especially after you just ate a big, huge meal like me. What you looking like, buddy?
Putting stickers and stickers on
The
trucks.
Ithaca stickers?
The few tags or whatever.
Yeah, that's the Ithaca sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking removing on, using isotone to get out the sticky shit. Fucking fingertips.
Yeah. How many trucks you gotta do?
I'm almost done with this. I got 4 trucks here, plus the other trucks over there.
Oh, okay. Well, you got a little work to do.
Yeah, it's at least something.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna put the sticker over the other sticker.
No. You get a lot of people do that, man. That's the improper way of doing it, man. Because it's not going to stick well. It's going to come off. No, that sucks. You're doing it right. All right, guys. So now, this is the one thing I said I'm telling you that sucks. Trying to bring you guys this content. See, we are in the front now. That is the back. That is the back of the trailer. So we are going to, you see the shock? So I'm gonna show you guys to know, I can hang up my light right here. I got a nice magnet on my light. Look at that, see how it stays right there? It's kind of cool, right? So in order to check the shocks, what we are looking for, a lot of times what happens is that this will break. It's a metal rod in there. Or you will see leakage here, you know, like a bunch of debris or oil leaking down here, right? You will also see that. So you see how dry it is, that we know that it's not leaking at all. And of course, I told you guys we want to go in here. We want to go in here. We want to inspect our bushings. This one has a different form of bushing. I would say this one right here needs to get replaced. And that one, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, you see the difference now? How old those are? So I'm going to put down a recommendation to change these bushings because they are getting worn down. And ladies and gentlemen, when you do these bushings, it's also a 2-man job because this axle falls down, which from right here, and you got to put those bushings in there. Of course, you got to remove the shock. It's almost like taking down your rear end and doing your upper and lower control arms, and the rear end drops down. It's almost like the same similar thing. And of course, you want to look up top. Also, we want to check this I-beam right here to make sure it is not bent or damaged at all. You guys can see right there, it was welded, so it was a problem there before where it was welded. Somebody's talking Spanish in there. Hey! I like to mess around with the drivers. They're kind of funny. And we also want to check for any shininess there, which we do not see. So guys, so our inspection is, all I have to do is do my checkoff list, and basically everything that I've said to you guys, we have went down and went over all this stuff. We went over all this stuff, and we checked our brakes, we checked our air pressure, but we missed one. So, which is our left brake here. I have to check this one. So let me get my tool in there to check it. Put it in there. So I have a, I see that right there. It's 24. So we have 24 and 32 seconds. Yep, so we'll see. All I know is, man, my best friend, my new best friend wants, she got me liking the UK right now, man, of the views that the UK has. Oh man, she showed a video of the beach that I was watching earlier today. Oh my goodness, man, the view was so beautiful. The grass, the water, the skies, it was completely different. You know, even the people look a little different. Like you don't see a lot of, or I didn't see a lot of people in the video with like mean faces. Everybody was like, only thing I seen is that they drive on the opposite side of the street. You see a lot of buses, and I seen one old car. All the rest of the cars are like, did see a couple Audis or something like that, but they got a lot of foreign cars over there. And I definitely would like to have one in the United States to have a right-driven car. You know what I'm saying, on the right-hand side. That'd be kind of cool, especially to go through the drive-through and you on the right-hand side and you got to reach over to pay for your food. That would be hilarious. But yeah, man. But y'all see it, man. Everything checked out pretty much all right. All right. Anybody got any questions? Anybody have any questions that you concerned about? Anything you would like to know about? Anybody want to ask Fluffy Diva TV about the UK? You can. One day we're gonna get her on my live, man. We're gonna get her in here, and we're gonna do. Once I figure out how to do it to add somebody to your live. She's very funny. She got jokes. I love her accent, and she's real cool. So man, I'm gonna have to get her on the channel one day to get her on my live so y'all can check her out, to ask her some questions about the UK, because I always ask her questions about the cars that's over there. I haven't seen any old-fashioned cars in there. I seen like a old, I think it was one of them cars that got the rotor tiller motor in it, but it didn't sound like that. It's like they had it stock. I sure would like to see go to the UK with a car that got some 30s on it and see the face expressions of the people down there to see a car with big rims. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't ask her, if they have cars with big rims down there. Fluffy Diva TV, they got cars with big rims in the UK, like you see in my videos. Let's see what she says. I don't think they do. I don't. That would be something to see. They probably would. It would draw a lot of attention to go to the UK in a lowrider. I'm gonna have to Google that when I get off of there and see if there are any lowriders in the UK. It says nothing like that. To see it all. Don't you think? Do you think that would draw a lot of attention to go to the UK in some cars with some big rims? Oh man, that would be hilarious. I think it would draw a lot of attention. See the cars jumping in the UK. She said definitely. You might get pulled over by the police too. They might harass you and pull you over. Oh, that'd be funny. Oh, but it was one thing she told me that was very interesting, guys. I want to share with you that I didn't even know about the UK. That in the wintertime when it snows out there, that you don't have to plow. You don't have like they don't have plowers like we do in the United States, like Chicago, that they got they yeah like me. I have my own business in plowing in the wintertime. The government does it, man. I think that'd be a kind of. I know it would suck for me because I like the money that I make when it's snowing outside, but they don't have to worry about salting nothing, and that's crazy, man. I think that's pretty cool. And I like the buses down there, man. They got buses, and it's like three stacked high. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, she said, no, we don't. I bet that's the part she loved, that part. Especially, man, that's especially for me when it really sucks in the wintertime. That not only do you have to get up and go to work, you have to get outside to salt your yard, to plow your street, to make sure you can get out your driveway. Uh-oh, I hear somebody coming with a big truck. Let me go. Let me be a gentleman and open the door. She said, double stack of buses. Yes. Well, guys, I apologize for that. I had to go be a gentleman that I am to open up a door. It says, in the UK, we live like royals. Wow, that's a place I like to visit. I noticed that too. Like, we're gonna let this truck go by first. Let them shut this big truck off. Let this big truck come in. We got that thing so high, guys, the back tires is off the ground. But I noticed the way that they dress in the UK. They do dress like they got. I seen a bunch of stores to go shopping. Out Fluff Diva TV, I was watching one of your videos, and you was like downtown or something. There was a bunch of shopping buildings, and I believe the video was kind of. It says it's a joke. We just do snow. No, but I did notice that you guys like it's different. I think I was even thinking that like if I ever decided to go visit and go down there, like I would really have to change my way of dressing because I know I would like stand out. I wear a lot of like bright colors, like you see right now. I got an orange sweater. I wear a bunch of bright colors. I wear pink and all type of weird colors, and I'm pretty sure you seen in my videos I wear pink and all type of stuff. That's why they call me the trendsetter. So I will have to change my way of dressing down there to go. Yes. It says, do you know how to do a bounce test on a truck? What do you mean by bounce test? What do you mean by bounce test? Oh, I thought that was Fluffy DT, the cutie, the cute preppy. How do you do a bounce test? Let me know what kind of bounce test you talking about. You mean checking the shocks? I know how to do a test to checking the shocks. What kind of bounce test are you talking about? Like on the suspension. So if I was going to do a check on the suspension, I would jack it up and wiggle the tires. The only way you can check a shock to see if a shock's bad, you would see if it's leaking and stuff like that. But I know how to do it on a vehicle, on a regular car. But of course you got to jack it up, and you will have to rock the tire back and forth to see if you have wheel play. If you have wheel play, that means you would need a hub bearing replaced, things like that. Yep. See, let's add Q Preppy. Add you as a family member. So make sure, guys, if you are in the chat, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And also, guys, make sure that you go and check out Fluffy Diva TV. Go check her out. She's from the UK, guys. You will love her channel, I guarantee you. And you will like some of her videos. You will definitely like it. Can you show how to do it on the bounce on the whole truck? So this is not a truck. I'm on a trailer right now, so it'd be kind of hard for me to bounce a trailer. And you don't do a bounce test on a truck. You do not do that because the truck has airbags. So doing a bounce test on a semi truck wouldn't be a good thing to do because you won't get any bounce at all because you have airbags. So that pretty much wouldn't work on a semi. It will only work with a car that has shocks and leaf springs. Yeah, but I'm thinking about, should I show you guys? So, do I have videos? So I'll tell you what, the cute preppy, you can go to my YouTube channel. I should have some videos on there of me changing shocks on doing suspension work on cars. So you will see some things like that on my channel if you go and check it out. I also, last weekend or the weekend before last, I had to change some injectors on one of my trucks. So I made a video to show you guys how to do that, how to do a diagnosis on your injectors, your coils, and your spark plugs. Uh-oh, somebody didn't like what you said there, bud. Somebody didn't like it. Somebody didn't like. So guys, I will tell you guys when you're in the chat, I do got some people in here that you got to be respectful in here on the things that you say. You cannot say any type of weird things in the chat, guys. Let's be respectful and that sort of things. And also make sure you guys go and subscribe. Go subscribe. Yep. Oh, and I also seen today, I'm not sure how long the video was, but somebody was making some avocados and it was making me hungry. Somebody was cutting up some avocados. We're not going to say no names. Somebody was cutting up some avocados and they made me hungry. I like guacamole. I love guacamole. Yeah, man. So that is pretty much it. It was a loop video. I gotta learn how to do that. I see some people make a loop live. I gotta learn how to do that. I think that's pretty cool. I gotta learn how to do that. I get some lowriders to start jumping and make a loop video. I need to learn how to do that. I definitely need to learn how to do that. Yep. Maybe you should make a video on how to do it. That would be something cool to do. I will teach you on my live stream. Okay. That's another thing, guys, man. YouTube is, to me, is one of the best things that I ever got to be a part of. The reason why I say that, guys, because you can meet people from all over the world just by your phone. And you can actually see them. You can talk to them. And they are down to earth. And if you get in okay, I gotta spin around. If you get in with the right people, they will actually show you certain things, man. You gotta love YouTube, man. Definitely love YouTube because, like I said, man, you meet a bunch of people, and let me know when you want to learn. Whenever you want to show me. And then I'm gonna show you how to be a good mechanic. Yeah, you can make mechanic videos and go to mechanic shops. Look at that. Every mechanic shop will love a woman that knows how to fix cars. Trust me. So look at when you do a brake chamber to check and see if it's correct, you gotta tap it to make sure the spring is all good. Yeah, man. So look at, I got the inspection all done, guys. Oh, look at that welding work up there. See what I was telling you guys? See somebody welded that bar, that beam up there? So that means something happened. It was an accident with this trailer and something happened that they had to put a reinforcement bar up there. You guys can see that was done recently. You see how fresh the weld is? Let's see if I can take you inside. You see how fresh the weld is there? It says I'm now in the background. Now need to get my daughter sorted out for school. I bet you do. Yes, yes, yes. And plus, you have to get ready for your live too. Yes, yes. And I'm getting ready to close it out anyway. Fluffa Diva TV. I appreciate you joining in. And like I said, one day I would like to have you in on the live so you can talk, so they can introduce yourself, so you can we get some people to come over to your house and check you out, and let them know some of my UK family. I got family in the UK, you know. So yeah, guys, I'm getting ready to close out the live. Yep. Yes, yes, yes. And tell your daughter have a wonderful day at school and to be a master of her abilities. Yes, and always listen to her parents. You guys, your kids, you have to, man, it's hard, hard, hard. The hardest thing ever is being a parent, man. And I'm noticing it every day, man. So, yes, it is a struggle. We got to do it, and we have to do it to the best of our abilities. And one thing for sure that I've learned, guys, that you got to let your kids go sometimes. Sometimes you just got to let them go, and that's the hardest part. But guys, we're going to go ahead and close this live out. I appreciate everybody tapping in, especially Fluffa Diva TV tapping in. And I'll see you guys on the next one.